The reason I started studying animation is because I wanted to brush up on skills that I knew I had, that I wanted to get better at. And my favorite thing about animation is making people laugh.
Oh, my favorite thing about animation is that the possibilities are really limitless. You can do whatever you want. Like anything you can imagine, you can draw it. So there's no limits on what you can create. As a kid, it was the first job that I wanted to do. And as I grew up, I kind of lost track of that through my studies, but something that always remained consistent was my love for animated shows and movies and characters. And I just wanted to be part of a process that brought ideas and imaginations to life, and there's really no better vessel for that than the animation industry.
What I really like about the animation program is the layout design and the live drawing classes. I really enjoy doing the motion, drawing the movement, keeping the style and the vibe. That's really what I like in animation. I decided to study animation because I was always passionate by anime, especially Dragon Ball. That's a lot of my background behind, and that's why I like animation. I like traditional and 2D, and I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Since I was a kid, I love drawing. So because of that, I really wanted to learn how to draw professional and make them move, give them life. So because of that, I chose animation. Well, my favorite part is designing, like backgrounds, characters, and everything. And it's so amazing how you can color them, you can design them in different styles, and all of them can be different.
I chose to study animation because I grew up kind of around more 2D cartoons. I love to watch them, and I was so passionate about stuff like Adventure Time, and like Being Puppy Cat was really cute. And I always knew I wanted to like make stuff like that. My favorite thing is the ability to be able to make your own characters and just kind of build your own universes and your own stuff, which I think is really cool if you're really passionate about it.
I decided to study animation because my parents always told me to do something I love so it doesn't feel like work, and animation's that thing. My favorite part about studying animation is being able to create something on a daily basis.
I really love animation because I like to draw, and I like to present new stuff and new drawings to this world. And well, I choose to do animation because I like learning new softwares, and well, that's it.
So I decided to study animation, to be honest, just because when I was little I just liked cartoons. I was like, I want to do that. So that's the honest answer. And what I like about this program is maybe just like seeing the drawings just come to life. That's basically it. You have a still image, and then you see them come to life and how they move and everything. That's so cool.
The reason I got into animation is because I really like it, and I've been doing art my whole life, and I feel the most passionate doing animation. So yeah, I think my favorite thing about animation is the people, definitely. The community around animation, getting to know everyone and how they work and their different workflows. It helps me a lot, and I'm able to benefit myself from how they work and stuff like that.
Because I've always had joy in watching animation and drawing as well. I've always been a drawer. It's been a big part of my life. Just in the creative field has been a big part of my life. I find animation doesn't constrict you with your creativity. Like, it may constrict you on your subject, but not your creativity, I would say. What my favorite part about studying animation would be probably just the major principles, learning the major principles, the foundations of animation, and then building upon that, and then sort of kind of creating your own workflow.
I chose animation because I grew up playing video games, and I wanted to make video games for people to grow up to as well.
I just want kids to be inspired to draw, by just looking at my art. And I just love bringing characters to life. That it just feels amazing to do that. So yeah, that's all.
I wanted to learn animation because it's, did I say creative last time?
Yes.
Creative. I just love how diverse the field is with jobs and with what you can create.
The thing that got me to animation was because I really like, telling stories. And I thought animation would be the best medium for me to actually put stories out there. And animation is a really broad field, so you get to know a lot of people from different cultures. You get to know different stories, and altogether it's just more fun.
Growing up, I always watched it along with all my classmates and stuff, and just watching it and stuff, it always inspired me and made me happy, and I just want to do that for other people. I want to make them happy with art and inspire them.
I chose to study animation because I've always loved storytelling. I feel like storytelling creates bridges between people who would otherwise not believe that they're similar or that would help them empathize with each other. And my favorite thing about studying animation is the relationships I've gathered and created with my peers along the way. That's been very nourishing, and I'm very grateful for their friendships.
The reason why I love animation and I decided to study it is because I love the magic there is in bringing characters and stories to life with animation that cannot be done with live action.
I'm a big fan of all the ways of art, and I thought that was a good way to turn it into a professional career for me. The best thing about animation is giving people joyful and getting closer to those things that I used to watch when I was a kid, like my favorite movies and favorite shows.
I studied animation because cartoons have been my whole life and childhood, and with animation I want to bring fantasy to the real world.
The reason I decided to study animation was not just because, I love to draw and everything. I'm an artiste, but I also always wanted to open my own animation studio locally and put the Waterloo region on the map, all right? And I think my favorite thing about animation is just, seeing what people would look like in like a cartoon style and everything, just being able to see their happy faces when I do get to draw them for it. And just being able to see those kinds of characters come to life with the voices and personalities. It just seems like so much fun. Yes, it may be tedious work, but it's fun all the same.
I decided to study animation because it was my dream since I was a child, so I was very happy to have the opportunity to actually join the program. And I think my favorite thing about it is making art and telling stories that can reach a lot of people.
Because it's something different than normal. And what's my favorite part of animation? It's about to learn how to tell story. And you guys, let's learn animation.
I wanted to be an animator because I found an escape in cartoons, and when I saw the Hercules movie from Disney, it made me inspired to be an animator. And the best thing about animation is creating life and movement.
My favorite thing about animation is that it connects so many people, so many artists, and make us create something new and totally unique. I learn new skill every day, and I discovered myself as something I never knew I would like to do.
So I decided to study animation because it's just what I've wanted to do my entire life. I was that weird kid that would just annoy their siblings by watching the deleted scenes to see how it was made because I just loved the animation that much, and learning about it and seeing that how I could actually do it has probably been the greatest part.
I really appreciate and respect all those people who put in the hard work, and I would like to be one of those people to do too. What I love most about animation is bringing characters from the imagination to life.